so important now? And where are the opportunities and challenges? We need energy in all areas of life, for transportation and as heat and electricity. Today, we get most of our energy from fossil fuels. But there are many arguments against the use of fossil fuels. Two of the most important factors: since the beginning of industrialization, we burn more and more fossil fuels, releasing large amounts of carbon dioxide. This increases the greenhouse effect, which is causing the Earth to heat up rapidly. We have induced man-made climate change, which dramatically changes our planet's natural processes and creates a number of problems. Fossil fuels are finite. Especially the amount of available oil, our main energy resource, is decreasing rapidly. There is still some oil left, but exploitation is becoming increasingly expensive, unsafe, and dangerous for the environment. Both factors are exacerbated by rapid economic development in emerging countries. The result: accelerated climate change and increasing resource scarcity. To curb this trend, a massive shift in energy policy is essential. Nuclear power is no solution. The catastrophe of Fukushima has shown this once again. Germany's energy transition involves two main changes. First, a shift to renewable energy instead of fossil fuel. Second, a decrease in energy use through design, technology, and energy efficiency measures. Let's take a closer look at these issues. Renewable energy sources. This means the extraction of energy from materials that are not finite or that regenerate themselves. This can happen in large plants, but also on a small scale in private households, close to the consumer. Wind turbines have rotors, which are moved by the power of the wind. A generator then creates electricity. Similar to wind power, in hydroelectric power stations, kinetic energy drives a generator, which produces electricity. Wave and tidal power plants use the natural movement of the sea. There are two major forms of solar energy. Solar collectors heat a transmission medium with the sun's energy. On a small scale, this includes hot water heaters for individual households. On a large scale, concentrated solar power plants produce electricity. Solar photovoltaic cells convert the sun's rays directly into electricity. These systems are often installed on rooftops. Geothermal energy can also be absorbed by collectors. Just a few meters below the Earth's surface, the increased temperature can be high enough to supply the heating for private households. In regions with high underground temperatures, electricity can also be generated in this way. Biomass from animal and vegetable substances, like organic waste from agriculture and households, or specially grown energy crops, can generate electricity or be converted into fuel. The fermentation of these substances produces methane gas, which is transformed into electricity and heat in cogeneration plants. Ethanol and biodiesel fuels can be produced with special energy crops. Solid biomass is burned in order to generate heat or electricity. When burned, plants only release the amount of CO2 they have absorbed during their growth. Thus, the carbon balance is neutral. From the energy source to the consumer, energy runs through various conversion processes. In each of these steps, energy is lost. To increase energy efficiency means to minimize these losses, or in other words, to win as much net energy as possible from the original energy source. Many losses in industry and households can be avoided. In electricity production and in many industries, a great amount of heat is released as a byproduct. Heat and power cogeneration uses this energy to heat the surrounding community. Old appliances with a high power demand can be exchanged for more efficient ones. This decreases power consumption and lowers costs for the consumer. Just as important as increasing efficiency is the reduction of overall consumption. Our way of life uses too much energy,